Guys, I was born and raised in Germany and I've lived anywhere but in Germany for the past almost 7 years. It's time to talk about my accommodations during all my side quests abroad. It's been different types of accommodation and I'm gonna rate them just for you. First one's host family. Host family is the biggest hit or miss. People literally have the best and the worst experiences of the host families. Also, I felt a big difference whether I'm an au pair, which means a live-in nanny, and they basically need you for the childcare, or you're actually an exchange student. The family's hosting you just for the sake of hosting somebody at their house. It also gets problematic the more people they've hosted at their house before. Like if a host family has had 30 people before you at their house, they probably treat you more as a number than their first and only child. Personally, I'm the kind of person who's extremely worried about bothering others, so no matter how nice a host family is to me, I still feel like a guest. I still feel overly conscious just going into the kitchen and grabbing a tomato from the fridge, because it's the host family's kitchen. Next one, on-campus accommodation, dormitories, res halls, the little boxes on campus you live in during university. I don't care how small my space is. I've even shared bedrooms with roommates. Like I've had double bedrooms. As long as the other person is not the devil, as long as my own stuff is organized and clean. In fact, I enjoy how living in a small space forces me to keep my belongings to a bare minimum. It literally makes me feel like, yeah, this is my 20s. Like this is exactly how like freedom in my 20s is supposed to feel. It's the kind of place where you feel like on a school trip, but it's a 4-month school trip. It's convenient because you're right on campus. You have your bedroom, your sports club, your social life, your academics all in one place. Compact and practical. The downside, it can get claustrophobic. It feels like you're never really leaving the bubble of campus. So after 4 months of living in my dorm on campus, I'm like, whoa, I forgot there's another world out there. Next one, apartment off campus. That's my current living situation. I'm close enough to campus here in Dublin, but I'm not physically on campus in the res hall. I think it's a great in between. You're not locked in on campus, but you also feel like an adult who's living on their own, not under the umbrella of a host family, given you have okay roommates, and as we know, there's a broad range of roommates, and again, it's hit or miss. It's always hit or miss. And last one, hostel, live-in hostel, work for accommodation. That's what I did last year in Australia. I was living in a hostel for 4 months, and honestly, that was even more of a school trip. It sounds terrible, it sounds like animal conditions, but honestly, I think it was the happiest time of my life. Basically last year at that Australian hostel in the middle of nowhere, I was working at the reception and in housekeeping, and in exchange I got free accommodation at this hostel. However, the bedroom was shared with the other staff. So yes, it was a bedroom of 3 people. Apart from myself, it was the other 2 receptionists. So I wasn't sharing my bedroom with new strangers every single night. And in my case, the other 2 receptionists slash housekeepers were amazing, easygoing, really considerate and funny. Literally felt like a sleepover party of 4 months. But in a good way. And honestly, that's a whole different story than the campus environment, because if you do work for accommodation in another country, you're usually surrounded by a different type of person. In my experience, those are people fairly grown up and mature, quite respectful and considerate, while in a shared student accommodation, you never know. You never know. If you guys have had any other accommodations while living abroad, tell me about it. How was your experience? Was it amazing?